Yo, what is up guys? This is Pedro here, and in today's video I will be grading the Washington football team's 2021 draft class. We'll be going, pick by pick. I'll give you guys my analysis and my thoughts on each pick, and we'll kind of do a draft recap and get my thoughts on that. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get right into the video. And I do know that it's very hard to, grade a draft class right after it happens, but it is fun. So I want to give you guys, my thoughts on the draft class. It is better to grade a few years down the line, but here we are. We're going to go ahead and do it. And overall, I think this draft class by the Washington football team was very solid. They brought in a bunch of high character guys, which obviously you want to bring in, but also I really like the different players they brought in, and they addressed almost every position of need that they had, that they needed to address. They addressed the linebacker position, which that was arguably their weakest position. They got a left tackle. They got some tight end depth who, John Bates definitely has some upside. They got some more cornerback depth. And they also got a really good receiver in Dyami Brown, which we'll talk about obviously in a little bit. They got some more edge depth with their 2 7th-round picks, and got some, they got a long snapper, which was a position in need, and got some running back depth with their undrafted free agents. So let's go, kind of pick by pick. And, there was, each pick, or a lot of these picks, were high character guys that were super athletic. If you look at the chart right here, I'll read this tweet right here. The Washington football team's 2021 draft class had 8 elite RAS athletes. Pretty much, they rank how athletic a player is based on, their 40 time, bench press, and a bunch of other stuff. Only the 99 Bears, 2004 Titans, and 2018 Packers had more. So a lot of athletic guys besides their last pick of the draft. So let's go pick by pick. I'll give you guys my thoughts and individual grades before we come to an end. So first off, Jamin Davis. Jamin Davis, they needed a linebacker, and they got one in Jamin Davis, who can play all 3 positions, can play will linebacker, Sam linebacker, and the Mike linebacker position if you want him to. He's about 6'3", 235 pounds, a little bit more than 6'3", and he had a really, really good year this year at Kentucky. He's good in coverage. He's really good in coverage, and is solid in the run game as well. And I really, really like this pick, and I trust Ron Rivera, Jack Del Rio, and Marty Hurney with this linebacker pick because, obviously Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio played linebacker. They played the linebacker position in the NFL, but also Marty Hurney has a very, very good track record at drafting linebackers in the first round. Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly, John Beason, and Shaq Thompson, all great picks in the first round at the linebacker position. So he has a good track record, and you combine that with Rivera and Jack Del Rio, who played the linebacker position. I really, really like this pick. I'm going to give it, an A- grade. Maybe they could have traded back and got him a few spots later, but that's really, really risky. I like him. Super athletic, ran, less than a 4.4 40-yard dash time. I think it was like a 4.37, a 42-inch vertical, I think. Super athletic. I like this pick. Also a very high character guy, and I think he can be one of the leaders of this defense. And also, it was a position in need. Yes, they could have gone tackle in Christian Darrisaw or another position, but I do definitely like this pick. And let's move on to our second round pick. So Samuel Cosmi, obviously left tackle at Texas this past season. Another position in need, super athletic as well. I think he ran like a 4.8 40-yard dash time, and bringing another athletic player to this team. And I like this pick. He was projected, some people had him like super late first, most people had him early second, and we got him with the 19th pick in the second round. So good value for Samuel Cosmi, and really good pass blocker, solid in the run game. Obviously can get a little bit better there, but I really like this pick, and I think he can start, he might start at left tackle for us this year, and if not, it could be Cornelius Lucas or Sadiq Charles, but I think eventually he will be our starting left tackle for years to come, hopefully. So I think this is a great pick, good value pick, and it was a position of need. So I'm going to give this grade an A- as well. So next pick, Benjamin St-Juste. So this is really the hardest pick for me, to gauge on, because I didn't know a ton about him coming into the draft. I knew his name, but not much more than that. And I think it was a solid pick. There was a team actually, there were teams trying to trade up with Washington. They were trying to trade up to pick 74, where we got Benjamin St-Juste. And, Ron Rivera, Martin Mayhew, and Marty Herney decided not to trade down, and they stayed at pick 74. And later on, I think at least one team came back and said they wanted Benjamin St-Juste. So I like this pick. It's just really hard to gauge. I really have a sneaky feeling that he could really surprise a lot of people. He's still super raw, but I like our DB coach in Chris Harris. I think he can help develop Benjamin St-Juste. And this was a draft profile by Lance Zierlein, and he said a team could see a noticeable improvement in his play within the first 2 years, but he's a developmental prospect with good upside at this juncture. He also said that, finding the proper scheme fit will be important, and a move to safety is a possibility. So maybe they have him. Maybe he ends up being their free safety, and that would even make this pick a little bit more. But he's definitely going to be on the outside if he plays corner. Big physical corner, man press. He's good in the man press, and I like this pick. I'm probably gonna give it like a B-, just because I still don't know enough about him. But I definitely feel like he might surprise some people and be one of the best picks in this draft class for the Washington football team. And he's another high character guy. So next pick, Dyami Brown from North Carolina. I love this pick. He was supposed to be like a second round pick, early second. We got him in the third with our 19th pick, with the 19th pick in the third round. Pretty quick, ran a 4.43, 40-yard dash. He has 20 touchdowns and 2,000 plus yards in the last 2 seasons combined at UNC. So very consistent, averaged over 20 yards per catch last season. He's just a home run waiting to happen. Very good yards after catch, ability, good at some contested catches, has some, drops over the middle, some concentration drops, which, they need to work on, but I think they will be able to do it. But I really like the upside in this player, line him up on the outside, can even play on the slot, but I think he's going to make a huge impact right away for Washington. It wasn't a huge position of need, but it definitely was a very, very good value pick, and it didn't hurt to add him to our wide receiving core. Now our wide receiving core is going to be Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, Dyami Brown. You got Adam Humphries also in the slot, and you got some solid, options in the rotation with Cam Sims, and we'll see with Kelvin Harmon and Antonio Gandy Golden. We'll see if they make the roster or not. But I like this pick a lot. I'm going to give this pick an A. Next is John Bates. We definitely needed a tight end, at least a guy that can come in and provide some good depth, and definitely John Bates can do that. Really good catch radius. He has some good hands, makes some really good contested catches. Not too quick. I think he ran like a 4.8, 40-yard dash, but he's also a good blocker that definitely can still improve. That's what Ron Rivera said. He's already a good blocker, but he thinks that John Bates still can improve a ton. So Mel Kiper and Todd McShay also really like him. I'm not going to give it a really good grade. I think it's like a C+ grade. It's still a solid pickup. Just I think, he was valued more in the later rounds, but still, I'm not going to question them. I think it's a solid pick, and, he's going to probably be their second tight end this year, right behind Logan Thomas. But who knows? Sammis Reyes could also surprise some people and jump over John Bates. So next pick is Derek Forrest. I like this pick as well because at the very least, he's going to be a really good contributor on special teams right away. He's about 5'11", 206 pounds, ran a 4.4 at his pro day, played all 49 games the last 4 years. Good speed, good character, and versatile because he can play, both safety positions, also can play the big nickel position and, special teams. So I like this pick because, like I said, at the very least, he's going to be a special teams contributor. Very similar, at least a little bit to DeShazier Everett. I'm not sure. I think DeShazier Everett's still probably going to make the team because he's very good on special teams. But maybe if Derek Forrest is really, really good on special teams right away, who knows? Maybe they move on from DeShazier Everett. I don't think so, but the safety room's a little bit crowded right now. But yeah, I like this pick. I'm going to give it, a B grade. So the last few picks will go right here. I think, some solid picks. Cameron Cheeseman, long snapper out of Michigan. I mean, I don't love to trade up and get him, but I think it's a position of need. He's a great long snapper out of Michigan, and who knows, maybe it would have been tough to get him maybe someone would have drafted him in the 7th round, or maybe it would have been tough to get him as an undrafted free agent. But it is a position of need, and no one's really going to freak out about it in 10 years if he's still our long snapper. So that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not freaked out about us trading up for him. So next pick, William Bradley King. I like this pick a lot. He's also, provides some position versatility. He can play DN, outside linebacker, out of Baylor. So I think he's going to provide some good depth. We needed edge depth, and we got that in William Bradley King and Shaka Toney out of Penn State. They both can, are solid at forcing fumbles, can come off the edge, and I think they both have a solid shot of making the team this year. And we'll see. Even if we add a veteran, I still think that they could both make the team. Next pick, Dax Milne. I think this is a solid pick. I don't know if there's a really great path for him to make the roster, but he's, has some really good hands, okay speed, not too great speed, and, can run some solid routes. I think the value in the 7th round is pretty solid, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make the roster. And then I also like what they did in the undrafted free agent. Great running back out of Buffalo, and I think he's going to be able to possibly make this roster. He's quick, small, shifty. I like him a lot. And I think it's going to be a solid pickup as well. So that's kind of my draft recap. I think overall this is a really solid class. Again, it's really hard to, give a grade when these guys haven't played yet. But I think my grade would be like an A-, maybe a B+. But I think I'm going to say A-. They've, hit all the positions they needed to upgrade, obviously besides the quarterback of the future. But I'm also happy they didn't reach and get one in the 2nd or 3rd round. So, really solid draft, and I'm excited to see what these guys can do and excited to see how they develop. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, and I appreciate all the support I've gotten, on the draft videos. Thanks for watching, and peace.